Welcome to No Worries Finance. I'm JD, and we're here to talk about debt and money issues in the hopes that one day you can be debt-free and financially flexible, because life is a lot more chill when you have no worries in your financial life. If you're interested in seeing more videos just like this one, then hit that subscribe button below and we can take this journey together. Today's video is all about cash stuffing. We're going to talk about what cash stuffing is and how to get started if you've never done it before. We'll cover all the basics as well as discuss some pros and cons. Cash stuffing is a wicked interesting method to control your spending, and it works really well for some people. In order to get the most success out of this, you'll need to create a monthly budget for all of your expenses. Trying to cash stuff without figuring out your budget first is just going to set you up to fail. Once you've created a budget, most people track their budget online through an app or on their computer. But cash stuffing provides an alternative method to tracking your expenses. In the cash stuffing method, you take several envelopes and you write each category of your budget on each envelope. So you'll have an envelope for rent, an envelope for groceries, an envelope for fun, etc. Once you have an envelope for each category of expense, you're going to withdraw cash and stuff it in each envelope, hence the name of the method. Let's use an example with some numbers. Let's say your rent is $1,000 and you budgeted $200 for groceries and $100 for fun this month. In this example, you get paid twice a month. When you get paid, you're going to cash out your paycheck. Since you get paid twice a month, you're going to split all of your expenses in half. Your first paycheck will cover one half and your second paycheck will cover the other half. So when you have your cash from the first paycheck, you'll put $500 into your rent envelope to cover half of your rent. You'll put $100 in your groceries envelope to cover half of your grocery budget. And then you'll put $50 into your fun envelope to cover half of your fun budget for the month. When you get your second paycheck, you'll repeat this process. If you have leftover money in any of these envelopes, you just add to it. This method works no matter how often you get paid. If you get paid weekly, just divide your budget by 4 instead of in half. You'll have more envelopes than just these, and you'll continue to split out your paycheck into these remaining envelopes until you budget out your entire paycheck. You'll be left with a bunch of envelopes stuffed with cash, and that's the money you have to work with until you get paid again. One of the major benefits of this method is that it helps control your spending. Normally, the money in your bank account is just a number, and so it's easy to spend wildly without thinking. And before you know it, you're having trouble making rent. Using the cash stuffing method, you always know how much money you have left for specific purchases. If you use up all of your fun money, you're done. You gotta keep things chill until your next paycheck when you get more fun money. You're not allowed to pull money from other envelopes because that cash is allocated to other expenses. It keeps your spending under control. There's also a cool psychological effect at play here. When you pay for things with cash, there's a pain response in your brain. You can actually see the physical cash as you're giving it away. There's little to no pain response when you make purchases online or with a card. It's so easy to just swipe the card and you're not seeing the physical cash leaving. That pain response can really help you rein in your spending. An important thing to keep in mind when cash stuffing is to create sinking funds. Sinking funds are small savings funds for purchases that don't happen every month. If a purchase happens every month, then you can just create an envelope for it and set aside money for it like you would any other category. If you get your hair cut every month, then just create a haircut envelope and split the cost in half and allocate cash normally. But some expenses don't happen every month, but you know they're coming. So this is what sinking funds are for. For example, car maintenance. You know it's coming, you just don't always know exactly when. Instead of paying it all at once when it happens or being caught off guard and having to go in debt, you can create a sinking fund to save for it slowly. Create an envelope for car maintenance and label it as a sinking fund. When making your budget, determine a small amount of money that you can put aside each month and put that into the car maintenance envelope each paycheck. That way, when a maintenance issue does arise, you'll already have a wad of cash ready to help pay for it. You should create several sinking funds, and those will be different for each person, but try to think all the purchases you know will be coming up in the future. Some common ones are car maintenance, Christmas purchases, your birthday. Now, some tips for cash stuffing. You should not be carrying all your envelopes around with you everywhere you go. That would be obnoxious and also dangerous because if you ever lost your wallet or got it stolen, you'd lose all your cash in one fell swoop. Instead, only carry around the envelopes that you'll need on that trip. So if you're going grocery shopping, you'll only maybe need your grocery envelope, fun envelope, and gas envelope, for example. Another tip is to only create cash envelopes for purchases that you'll be making with cash. If you have bills that are paid online, such as an electric bill or a debt payment, then leave that money in the bank. Once you make your budget for the month, add up the amount that will be going into cash envelopes and only withdraw that amount. It'll take a couple of months to get used to this method, especially if you're not used to carrying around cash, but it can be really helpful for those of you who have that trouble controlling your spending. A lot of people have had success with it, and it's great for meeting savings goals. Once you've got the hang of it and you know you like it, there's tons of products out there that can make the process even easier. There are special wallets and binders that can hold your envelopes and help keep everything organized. They're not necessary when you're first getting started, but they're great for the future.